אחרת, הגמרא says, אמר רבי יוחנן משום רבי שמעון בן יוחאי. קשה תרבות רעה בתוך ביתו של אדם, יותר במלחמת גוג ומגוג. So he says, if a person has a child, one of his family members that went off the derech, he's doing bad things, tarbut ra'ah. So then it's difficult, it's harder than the war of Gog and Magog. Yeah, who knows, maybe now it's Gog and Magog. Okay, so this is because it's very difficult. It's not easy to deal with a child that is off the derech. Shneimar, and from where did on that? מזמור לדוד בברכו מפני אבשלום בנו. וכתיב בתראה, השם מה רבו צרי, רבים קמים עליי. ואילו לגבי מלחמת גוג ומגוג, 3 lines from the bottom, from the wide lines. They have Zayin Amud Bet. 3 lines.
Oh, I see that from the top.
No, from the big wide lines.
From the top of the wide.
Correct, yeah. ואילו לגבי מלחמת גוג ומגוג כתיב למה רגשו גויים לאומים ירגו ריק. ואילו מה רבו צרי לא כתיב. So the Gemara is making a comparison between the psukim. When it comes to David HaMelech, as we know, David HaMelech's son was named Avshalom. It was not easy. He went off the derech. He rebelled against his father. We know Avshalom, right?
He went off the derech and got stuck in the tree.
Oh, he got stuck in the tree. That's what happened at the end. So it says over there. So after this story, after he mentions when he was escaping, fleeing from his son Avshalom, the following pasuk is Hashem ma rabu tzarai, rabim kamim alai. So he was like crying to Hashem with his pain that his son rebelled against him, and he turned to be his enemy. And this is rabu tzarai. It's a lot of tzarot, a lot of pain, suffering. Vilu, as opposed to Milchemet Gog Magog, over there it says, Lama regeshu goyim laomim הגיעו ריק. In other words, what's the benefit? How can it? It's not going to help the goyim that they are gathering to fight against us. And why are they talking about winning us and not winning us? No, it's like empty words that have they are no toilet, no purpose. Not just purpose. They're not gonna succeed, right? They're not going to succeed. So that's what it says. But ilu ma rabu tzarai lo kativ. But it doesn't say that a lot of pain and difficulties. It doesn't say that. So regarding his son, it says, oh, there's a lot of pain here. There's suffering. It's kind of killing me. My own son, is turning against me. So he's really really suffering from the words. But when it comes to Gog and Magog, it just says lama ragshu goyim lo gimir. Why are you even trying to fight against us? It doesn't really talk about any tzarot. It doesn't talk about pain and nothing. Okay. Okay, the Gemara says Mizmor David. So once we mention the Avshalom, the Gemara will go to explain this pasuk. Mizmor David v'v'chol b'fnei Avshalom beno. Gemara says, so what is Mizmor David? He praises Hashem, he thanks Hashem when he was escaping from Avshalom. So an obvious question is Mizmor David? Kinar David mivere. What is it? How can a person say that it's a Mizmor? It's like thanking Hashem for escaping from Avshalom. You should say Kina. What is Kina? Kina is Icha. It's a lamentation. Kina. So you should. That's what we should say. Amar. If you're escaping from your son, so it's not. So you're not smiling all the way. You're miserable. So it needs to be Kina, lamentation. Ma says Amar Bishmon ben Avishalom. Mashal levad. I'll give you an example. Al Adam she'atza alav shtar chov. A person owes money to a company or whatever, and he doesn't know from where to pay back. He doesn't have the money to pay back. Kodem sheparo, so before he has the money, he's concerned. This guy, I'm gonna see him in shore, gonna see him in the supermarket. I need to pay back. I don't know what to do. He doesn't feel comfortable. He's concerned about it. But when he has the money and he can pay back, then he's happy. Okay, very simple story. Example. The Gemara says, David. The same thing would apply. The same idea with David. Hashem told David that there's an evil thing, a bad thing that will happen. He didn't tell him what's going to happen, but he just told him, I'm going to tell you giving you a prediction, giving you a prophecy that something will happen, a bad thing will happen in your house. Vayatzev, and he was very sad. Amar Shema Eved u'mamzeru. He was thinking maybe my son will be like a slave, or God forbid a mamzer. So he was like he was a bit concerned about it. But Keman the Chazav Shalom, but once he saw that what happened with Avshalom, Samach Mishomach Amar Mizmor. He saw that the son of Shalom, his son, so he's doing what he's doing. So it's not worse. So so worse as I thought it would be. So no, it's not. It's not so bad as I thought it would be. So he's happy. Okay, so it is a bad thing, but it's like a person that always has a doubt. That's not going to be in a doubt. You want to get to the bottom line. What's going to happen? Once you know what's going to happen, even if it's bad news, but at least you know what's happening. Okay. Gemara says, "V'amar Rabbi Yochanan mishum Rabbi Shimon ben Yochai, mutar להתגרות ברשעים בעולם הזה, שנאמר עוזבי תורה יעללו רשע ושומרי תורה יתגרו בה." So one is allowed to start a fight against wicked people. שנאמר עוזבי תורה יעללו רשע ושומרי תורה יתגרו בם. He says those that forsake the Torah, they will praise the wicked because they don't care about Torah. But the Shomrei Torah, those that observe Torah, those that keep Torah, they shall fight against those that forsake the Torah.
A lot of that these days, that's for sure.
Okay, but that's the Gemara will go into details to explain. That doesn't really apply in every situation. So, but the main thing is that we are allowed to start a fight against wicked people. How can we define wicked? That's very difficult. But that's the concept is that
I think killing 1,400 people and beheading 40 babies.
That's more than wicked. That's of course. Yeah, we're not going to start a war against them. We have to kill them. The Amalek. Okay, the Gemara says, "Tanya mi'achi, Rabbi Dostai ברמי מתון אומר, מותר להתגרות ברשעים בעולם הזה. שנאמר עוזבי תורה יעללו רשע, ואם לחושך אתה או לומר, והכתיב אל תתחר במרעים, אל תקנא בעושי עוולה, אמור לו, מי שלבו נוקבו אומר כן. אלא אל תתחר במרעים, להיות כמרעים, אל תקנא בעושי עוולה, להיות כעושי עוולה. הוא אומר, אל יקנא לבך בחטאים, כי מיראת השם את כל היום. So the Gemara gives another braita. That's a similar thing. In fact, the same thing. That one is allowed to start a fight against the wicked in this world. Ozve Torah elu rasha. Rasha, that's what we call. And so you're allowed to start a fight against him. And if you want to challenge the statement, if you want to say no, it's not true, and bring a different passcode that says Atitcha b'merim al tiknei b'osei avla. And how do you want to explain the word titcha? It's from not to start any war against him, not start a fight. Okay? It says atitcha b'merim.
So what happens when they start against you? Then you fight back.
That's it. Amolo mishelebo nokvo. This is only if a person has sins. And he says, "Oh, 1 second. If I start a war against this wicked person, Hashem will perhaps not protect me, nor help me, although I'm trying to do the Shem Shamayim to fight wicked people, but I have some sins, and maybe Hashem is not going to help me." So it's true, this pasuk that says, don't start with wicked people, it's talking about a case when a person knows that he has some sins in his hands. He's not perfect. So what are you fighting against wicked? What about you? You're also not perfect. Okay? Nobody's perfect. Yeah.
We can't wait until we're perfect before we defend ourselves.
Right. Ela, but the real understanding of the word titchar, it's don't it means is that so there's two ways to explain this pasuk. Those that have sins, they will explain it that way. Atitcha, that means a person should not start a war against a wicked because they say, I have sins. But the real understanding of titchar is that don't be similar to the wicked people. Don't be like them. If they have desires, don't be like them. And don't be jealous of them. And then do like they are doing. Okay, so there's two ways of understanding this pasuk. The Gemara says, "Ve'omer al tikenu libcha b'chataim ki mi birad Hashem el kol hayom." It's very clear that the person should not be jealous of those that committing sins, and even if you see that you have this very nice life, very good life, very successful, beautiful houses, never be jealous of those that committed sins, because everything is temporary. But be jealous of those that are God-fearing. Gemara says, "Ini," continue a bit more. ואמר רבי יצחק, אם ראית רשע שהשעה משחקת לו, אל תתגרה בו, שנאמר, יחילו דרכיו בכל עת. ולא עוד, אלא זוכה בדין, שנאמר, מרום משפטך מנגדו, ולא עוד אלא שורע בצריו, שנאמר, כל צורריו יפח בהם. מה says, hey, but they have a different halacha that says that if you see a wicked person that he has some moments of success, אל תתגרה בו, don't start war against him. Because you see that you can clearly see that Hashem is on his side. For some reason, we don't know, but Hashem is on his side. I guess because He wants to pay him in this world, right? As the pasuk says, "Yachilu darcha b'chol et," that they will always succeed in all of their ways. Not only that, ela zoche badin. You will also, when you are fighting in court and so on, you will always win. Shneimer marom mishpatecha nigdo. So, what does it mean? Let's talk about wicked people. That the mishpat, the judgment, will be away. It will not come close to him. It doesn't come upon them. He will see. He can defeat his enemies. Right? What is called that he will push away. He will blow his enemies like the straw. Right? Fiach is like the blow on the straw, and it will
blow them away.
Blow them away. Yeah. Gemara says, "Lo kasha. It depends why you were fighting against those wicked people. If you're fighting them because it's just financial dispute or so on, then of course you will succeed. But if you're fighting them because they are causing harm to spiritual things, right? They're not good people. And they are damaging, or they are decreasing the kvod shamayim, decreasing the honor of heaven, of Hashem, then you would like to start a war against them." Gemara says another answer. Both of them you can say they're talking about shmaya, things, spiritual things. Depends if this wicked has some good moments in his life. If he has a successful life, don't start with him, because perhaps Hashem is on his side for some reason. But when a Rasha don't really has a successful life, then you can clearly see that Hashem is on his side, and you can start a war against him. Gemara brings another last answer. You can clearly say that we talk about a wicked person that has good moments and he has a successful life. If the person is a complete righteous, then no problem. Start a war against wicked people, because you are a complete righteous. But if you're not a complete righteous, then you don't know what's going to happen. It's better if you don't do anything. It's better if you don't fight against the wicked. Leave it to others. Okay, so we'll stop here, and B'ezras Hashem tomorrow, next week, we'll continue with the proof of the difference that there is between a complete tzaddik and not a complete tzaddik. Okay, Baruch Adonai, Amen, Amen.